rewarding part of this entire process from start to finish for you?
Boy, it might have happened today when the student athletes got to see it for the first time and got to walk into that locker room. You think about past and present, all the student athletes that we've had that have had facilities that worked and they were serviceable, but this is a top level facility. Not just top level in the Big 12, but in the country, and to be able to provide that to them and think about what the possibilities are in the future in terms of where this program can go. And I think it really does start today in a lot of ways with this facility.
Who made the first comparison to the Sydney Opera House?
I don't know. I don't know if I can take credit for that or not, but it did strike me one day. Maybe somebody said it to me and it stuck in my mind, but I certainly I saw the two pictures side by side, and I thought it has that look to it. So when you're in architecture school, you don't build a pole barn, you build something that's a little bit nicer than that. It's got to have a good aesthetic on the outside, and we certainly did that.
The speed at which this was built, is that common? Do you guys feel like you beat the timeline, or really are really proud of the way that this came together in 2 years?
Very proud. A lot of work by a lot of people. Obviously, our architects, coming together, Ginsler and MSA, local MSA, and then Messer, our construction group. It just takes so much coordination to operate that efficiently. But we kind of had 2 years without an indoor. That's not easy to go through, and so we needed it to go quickly. But on time, on budget was music to my ears, and I kept hearing that throughout the project. So very proud of the efficiency in which we were able to get this done.
How's the space transformative for the athletics program?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. It's not just a football building. It's for all of our student athletes. Just as we use the bubble, we use it in the same way in terms of soccer, lacrosse, baseball. We put baseball netting in here to allow our baseball team to work throughout the year. So it's certainly weather protection for all of our sports, and they'll continue to be in here. And every single one of our sports at some point in time will be in here running and training. So that will be important. And then I think the other thing that ties it all together is the nutrition center. That's for all of our student athletes and staff. We get a chance to break bread, kind of what Coach Satterfield was talking about, in terms of how you interact with your student athletes on a day-to-day level. Get to sit down with your student athletes and have a meal, fuel them the right way. That's going to be a game changer too for our entire department. So very, very excited about that.
John, just speak to the importance of having a space like this. Talk about how competitive college athletics is continuing to become. The importance of having a space like this.
Yeah, the importance is, it's something that we've needed for a while. We've talked about for a while. We needed a permanent indoor, just based on where facilities are across the country, but certainly where facilities are in the Big 12. And so, like I said, we kind of jumped not only to a Big 12 level facility, but ahead of most facilities in the Big 12. I think we're going to have the best. They're right there with all the facilities in the Big 12 and really around the country. What we're doing, how efficient this is, and how it was thought out. So it's very, very important. Obviously, we're recruiting young people. That's important to be able to show this to them, but also to show that we're putting guys in the NFL. So where do you want to start your journey to the NFL? You want to start with great facilities, great training room, great strength conditioning room, and if you're trying to get yourself to that next level, this is how you do it.
The bubble had a little over a decade lifespan. Is this what you guys foresee as a kind of permanent building, a building that you can keep investing in 10, 20, 30 years down the line in the university?
Absolutely. When you build something like this, this is a prominent spot in campus, and a lot of money has obviously been put into this and raised for this. So yes, this is generational. This will have an impact on our football program and our athletics department for generations, and it'll be here a long time. And we want to take care of it. That's something we talk about all the time. We have invested to make sure that we have the right staffing to take care of it. We want it to look the same today as in 5 years and 10 years. And I think with our other facilities that we've been able to do that. We have a lot of facilities that are in that 10-year range, and they really look new, and that's because of the staff and effort we put around in taking care of it.
Anything else? All right, thanks, John.
All right, thank you guys.